This is shortest word distance. So you're given an array of string and also 2 words. So you want to find out the shortest distance between these 2 words in the list. Alright, so it's pretty straightforward. So for the coding, it's in here, and then for the practice, it's over here. So you want to find out the distance between here and here. And it could be have multiple words, the same duplicate word, right, in the word dictionary. So imagine there's a max, and my word one is max, right? So you want to find out the distance between the coding with the max, right? So just find out the minimum. So again, this is straightforward. So what we have is, well, we need to make sure there are 2 positions. I'm going to say A and B, and you can either set to -1 or you can set it to integer.max. It doesn't matter which one you pick, because the length for the word dictionary is what? It's over here, 3 times 10 to the power of 4, right? So you can either choose integer.max or -1, and then you just want to find out the minimum if they are not -1 or if they are not the maximum integer, and then you can just calculate it, right? So pretty straightforward. So let's just keep going. So I'm gonna have A equal to integer.max value, and then B equal to integer.max value again. And I also need to have the return value, which is going to be a result. So for the result, I'm default the integer.max value, and then I want to return results, right? And then I have a for loop traversing. So since I'm using the index, so I cannot type like this. I cannot use the for loop like this. This doesn't give me the index in the dictionary. So I need to have I equal to 0, I less than word dictionary, the length, and I plus plus. Alright, so basically A represents the index for the word 1, and then B represents the index for word 2 in the dictionary, word dictionary, right? So if the word dictionary AI is equal to the word dictionary, right? I'm going to say A equal to I, and then else if word dictionary AI dot equal word 2 and B equal to I, right? Alright, so how do we find out the distance between both positions? Only if A does not equal to what? Integer.max value, and also B is not equal to integer.max value. Then you can find out the mean, max.mean result, and then max absolute A comma B. The reason why you use absolute is because the index might be, doing like this. So right over here, okay, so I'm going to say A, B, C, A, D, and then something like this, right? So your index might be off, right? So imagine you want to find out A and C. So word 1 is A, and then word 2 is C. So you calculate the distance between here and here, right? So the index is 1. This is what? This is 3, right? So you cannot say 1 minus 3, right? You want to find out the 1 of, I made a mistake. Hold on. It's absolute A minus C, A minus B. Alright, so back to the diagram. So imagine you want to do like this. A and C are the word 1, word 2. A represent word 1, C represent word 2. You want to find out the distance, you have to use the absolute, because you keep updating your index for what? for the whole one, right? So imagine this is 1, this is 2, this is 3, this is 4, this is 0, right? And then you want to know 1 minus 3, the distance between 1 and 3. You want to find out the distance. You want to use absolute. 1 minus 3 is -2, negative absolute is 2. So the reason you want to find out the distance, you need an absolute function. Alright, so this is pretty much it. Let me run my code and then see if there's any error. No. Okay, submit. Cool. So let's talk about the time and space. For the space, constant. For the time, it's the length of the word dictionary, so it's going to be all of W, right? And these are not like affecting the time complexity or space complexity. Alright, so maybe I make a pause, and then make pause right here, and then yep, I'm gonna run this one, start debugging. Alright, so the defaults are this, right? And then okay, now I find out my position for max, right? I equal to 1. Now I find out another position for coding, right? I update it, and I will go to list if statement, and then I will update it. Then I return 1 because that is the closest, right? Alright, this is pretty much a solution. So still a question, leave a comment below, and I'll see you next time. Bye.